I mean, the lowest part of my career/life was probably when I was in CS. It was like kind of right after my C9 tenure with them. I was with them for like 2 months, 3 months or something like that. They ended up not keeping me. And then like I kind of hit like a really, really low point. Like just like, I mean, just like basically sabotaging my life.
What's up, everyone? Sage. I'm here with Zellsis after a very tough loss against 100 Thieves. So, Jordan, I just wanted to give you opportunity to just talk about this match. I'm not going to ask you really about it more so, but fresh off your mind, you know, what are you feeling? Does it feel like just a range of emotions hitting you right now? Like what's going on? Is it hard to process what exact emotion you're feeling currently?
You want to hold it?
No,
Yeah.
no, I got
Okay,
it.
okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, you hold it. Okay, okay. I mean, I'm pretty like, I don't know. I feel kind of weird. Like, I don't know if it's just because it hasn't hit me yet. Like, I don't really feel sad. I think I feel more like frustrated, if anything. I think we've been like treating the last 2 weeks like this is our side hustle and not like our actual job, like as a team. Obviously, we've had a ton and ton of personal shit going on between everyone on the team, from players to coaching staff. So it's like it's pretty hard to like gather everyone together to like focus on one thing. So I'm frustrated. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm every range of emotion that you could put in the bin. But we still have a chance. So I'm not completely like down in the dumps yet. We just need God Aspas to win one series for us, and we'll make it. So we're hoping for that. But yeah, that loss, our last two losses, honestly, were pretty tough. And excluding even the matches, like last 2 weeks of scrims have been really rough as well. So
Can I ask you about that side hustle aspect? Do you feel as if it's that way because of burnout on the team with how fast everything's going on in the team, or is it the amount of hours that's being put in, maybe the systems in place where practice isn't as high quality as it was when you were in Madrid? Can you just elaborate on that a bit more?
I mean, I definitely think practice quality in NA is pretty rough right now. Getting like really good scrims is really hard because obviously like you can't play certain people or certain teams because you're playing them. There's a lot of like snaky shit going on in Americas as well, with a lot of leaks and like people like exposing comps or strats or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to name drop, but it's a pretty common thing in Americas right now, and it's pretty shit. So you can't scrim certain teams because of that. You can't scrim certain teams because you're playing them. So it's just really rough. But excluding that, it's just like we don't really like. I mean, it's just the last 2 weeks, which it's really shit to like compare the last 2 weeks to like overall, because I really felt like we went 3-0 in groups, or like 3-0 to start, undefeated. Like we looked really good. We were like peaking, even like past Madrid form in my opinion. Like we were so ready for like everything, and then like I think a bunch of like personal things just like hit us all at once. Like maybe we got a little complacent. I wouldn't really say we were burnt out. I wouldn't really say we're tired. If people are, then that's like, I mean, that's a whole nother issue. But I think I'm fine, to be honest. I mean, I'm going through some personal things as well, but I'm like trying to push myself and give 110% always. May not be the best, but I'm trying. And yeah.
This is kind of a weird situation for you because now it's a bit of a waiting game where, like you said, it's not completely over. If Lev make top 3, you go to champs, right? But I imagine there's just a lot of stresses on top of everything else that's going on, personal life and how the scene is, right? How do you not let anxiety override things out of your control and just stay in the present moment and just focus on the things that Zellsis can control?
I think I'm kind of an anomaly, to be honest. Like I kind of gave my whole life for this. Like at a young age, I sacrificed like family time, friends, my own like personal health, growth, everything, just for everything for this career, this like, because I just love to do it. I love to compete. I enjoy it. So I think I'm kind of an anomaly where I can kind of like tune everything out, like legitimately everything in life, and just like focus on one thing because it's all I know, it's all I've done. So it's easy for me to kind of do that. But I mean, I know not everyone's like that, so it's kind of hard to expect that from other people. But I don't know, it's a rough feeling because you have to have like empathy for other people, right? Like not everyone's the same. And my teammates have even said that to me, like they wish they could be like me because I just exclude everything in life and just focus on this. But yeah, I kind of forgot like the end of the question, the last part of the question.
The question was just how do you not let anxiety override things that are out of your control?
Yeah, like I mean, even when I like my emotions when I have on stage, I used to like fight against them. Like when I was nervous on stage or I had anxiety or anger or frustration, whatever, I used to like kind of battle it like in my head. But now I kind of just like roll with it. Yeah. Like I just let it like if I'm sad, I'm gonna like be sad. I'm not gonna try and like stop it, but I'm gonna like do everything in my power to like keep going, if that makes sense. Like yeah, it's hard to explain, but yeah.
No, I can understand it. Because of how much, we've seen your career progress. You were an aspiring league pro, which then failed. Basically, you had always had this goal of wanting to play games competitively and at professional level. You went through league where it didn't really pan out. CS, we're starting to see the inklings of it happening, but then that didn't work out. You had your fair share of rough moments in Valorant to finally get back to this point. Would you say that all of these different failures throughout your career and just all this trial and error to get to where you are has shaped you to this point where it's easier to, navigate tough moments like this and not let anxiety override?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I've definitely grown a lot over the years. I mean, you could definitely see it from like how I act or how I speak or like even interviews. I know a lot of people have been enjoying the interviews I've been doing because I give a little bit more insight. I give a little bit more of an honest and grown-up answer than what they're used to on my stream, or like just seeing me in the public eye, because I'm a troll and I'm obnoxious and I just say whatever the fuck I want. So I've definitely grown up in that sense. I've definitely grown as a player and a leader over the years, and I think obviously that comes with time. Like the more you grow up, the more time you spend going through things like tough roads, easy roads, whatever the case may be. We have a saying on the team. It's like no smooth sails make a good sailor, right? Like if a sailor is going through rough weather, whatever the case may be, then they're gonna become a good sailor, right? So yeah, I've definitely been around for a long time, and don't plan on going anywhere, so I'm just going to keep growing and hopefully keep learning and get better and better as like in game and hopefully as a leader.
Just from a curious standpoint, what would you say was the lowest point of your career? And is it this moment, or was it maybe not in terms of the level of the loss, but more so where you were at in life combined with the loss, where it was really hard to process that?
I think the lowest part of my career/life was probably when I was in CS. It was like kind of right after my C9 tenure with them. I was with them for like 2 months, 3 months or something like that. They ended up not keeping me, and then like I kind of hit like a really, really low point, like just like basically sabotaging my life, like doing a lot of drugs, drinking, shit like that. Like it was just a very, very, very low point in my life, and I think that was probably like my lowest. And then I kind of like snapped out of that after like months on end of just being a degenerate basically and just throwing my life away. I kind of snapped out of it and was just kind of like, I need to like put myself in an environment where like I can grind back up again and like, understand that like this is what I want to do and like I can be good at it and everything. And then like Valorant came out and it all kind of like came together. Like I basically just like restarted my life basically. So I'd say that was probably like my lowest in terms of like life performance, everything. In terms of like not wanting to like play, it's probably like V1 after we lost when Vanity went to C9. We lost against Cole, and then Girl Kissers I think was their team at the time, and I was like I didn't have any answers for V1, like our team. I didn't have any answers for like management. I didn't have any answers of like for myself, and like I was just gonna bench myself and like kind of think about what I wanted to do. And then during that like whole period, we were like playing qualifiers or whatever, and then that's like the Sentinels time where Rockets brought me to Sentinels for LCQ. So it kind of like worked out everything in my favor. And now obviously now we're here. Like, yeah.
It's been really interesting to follow you're 25, right? 26? 26, yeah. You're younger than me, that's right. Okay. You started your esports journey a long time ago, nearly a decade ago, right? Maybe even a decade ago, right? Yeah. When you look back at all the different trials and tribulations that you've had to come across, where you've had to deal with a lot of the personal life stuff along with just many losses, maybe even some identity aspects of when you're not performing and you haven't ever gotten to that point of the tier one, dealing with those confidence aspects. So the person sitting here right now, even after a loss, how proud of you of how far you've come in this journey to where you're 26, you're on Sentinels, you have a great following, you have a very faithful legion of fans, it seems like you have everything starting to come together, not just for Zellsis, but Jordan as a whole. So how do you look back on that entire journey and how proud of you are of it?
Honestly, I'm just really glad that I didn't give up. Like, there was countless times where I'm just like sitting up at night thinking like, what am I doing with my life? How sustainable is this? Like, will I be okay in the future? Like, there's so many unknowns in esports, and obviously like I've said countless times, I've put all my eggs in this basket. Like, I've given everything for this like scene, I guess, like esports in a whole. So like failure kind of wasn't like an option for me. So I just like kept going, even if it was like delusional. But like, yeah, like you said, like everything kind of worked out now. I mean, I can only thank like my teammates, my past teammates, my teammates now, I'm sure my future teammates as well. Like Sentinels as an organization or other organizations that have supported me, very well and treated me very well. They've made it all possible. So like, I mean, I'm just very happy and very blessed, but I'm very proud of myself. Like, and I don't think at this point now I'm going to give up. Like, I'm just going to keep going no matter how bad it gets. Like, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how many losses I have to go through, like, I'm going to learn and like get back up and just keep going as best as I can, because I mean, it's all I know. I love esports. I have like huge plans for when I'm done playing. Hopefully I can put them to fruition. But yeah.
Can you provide some insight into what those future plans would be in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to I want to own an org someday. Yeah, like I really like esports, and I really think I have like, I mean, obviously I'm a player, so I have a lot of like background insight of like how things are ran and like other things like that. But obviously I'm not focusing on that right now. I want to play. So, but when I'm done playing, I plan on talking to like more org owners and like people behind the scenes and like VPs and stuff like that to get more insight, because I've been talking to owners for a while now. Like I've been blessed to have owners that will like talk to me one-on-one like all the time. V1, we had the Wilfs, like we were always just one phone call away from talking to the owner. C9 with Jack, like always a phone call away. Sentinels with Rob, and like everyone else. Like, I've been blessed to have like very good org owners who will always talk to me and give me insight. So org owning is definitely something I want to do. I want to be in every esport, as best as I can. Obviously I can't just burn money away, because money is hard to come by. Yeah, it's hard to be sustainable. But I think I've had a good, like, I've seen everything from like good content sides to bad content sides, like teams, I'm saying, like staff, stuff like that, bad org management, good org management. I think I've been around a lot. I've seen a lot. I've learned a lot. Obviously I'm still going to make mistakes, but it's something I want to do. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously I have like personal aspirations of like, owning real estate or doing like other company things of like starting an LLC and like getting all these other companies up and running. But I think the big one for me is just org owning in the future. Mm-hmm.
And was that dream something that was you've always had back when you were a kid too, or is this something that shaped over time because of how much you've been through and how much you realize that you really can make an impact if you were one day an org owner?
Obviously, because I grew up watching like TSM and CLG like start their team houses, and like all 5 of them live out of a house and they're all streaming and building like orgs from like the ground up. Like just seeing that was like beautiful, and I always wanted to do that. I thought it was like super like amazing to do with like your friends and like stuff like that, and you're like building something, but I think like not recently, but the last couple of years, it's been more apparent to me of like, I want to do this. Before it was just kind of like a kid's dream, but now it's like, okay, I really want to do this. Like I think I can do it. I really want to do it. So I've been, trying to learn as much as I can outside of playing, from a background point of view. But yeah, it's always been a dream of mine, to be honest, to sum it up.
Now I want to give you these final 30 seconds to just speak to the fans, speak to people that support Zellsis, Sentinels, and then let you close out this interview.
Thank you guys for always watching. I hope, even through our wins and losses, that they're entertaining for you guys. I know sometimes we give you guys a heart attack, and it's not easy to watch us. Trust me, it's not easy to play. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys to all our supporters, Sentinels fans, Zellsis fans. Even if you're not a fan of us, but you're a fan of the other teams, I still appreciate that as well. Esports needs you guys. Haters, we need you as well. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys. And, hopefully King Ospas is here to save us, because I really want to go to champs and I don't want our season to be over, and I think we deserve it. But thank you all. I love you. Mwah. Goodbye.
All right, awesome. Take care. Peace.